Welcome to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, home to the Toledo Rockets. A full house is in store, and so too, a terrific matchup in this one. Today, an inter-conference battle between a couple of MAC rivals. As we'll see, the Eastern Michigan Eagles taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Rockets will put toe to leather and will get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own. So Eastern Michigan's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here comes the quarterback. And one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Off play action. Pocket starts to collapse. Caught near the sideline, it's Brown. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. After that last completion, it's second down.
Brings up second down.
He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Lost to throw on first down off the play fake. Got a wide open receiver. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Quick pass on the jet motion. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, he puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if we can just get him out of his spot.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the Toledo Rockets offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, it's Gleason. He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Rockets will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got it in the middle. It's Wilkins. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Jukes his way for more. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game done.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
It's 2nd down.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Spits it out to the back. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Between the uprights, it's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. USF put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Bulls had 0 issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Wants to throw. It's Gleason. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
They were trying to set up the screen. They were trying to take advantage of this pass rush, but man, that defender, he beat his guy so quickly, he just blew the play up.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Rockets decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now it's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go. The football had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I love the start for this quarterback. Third down, obviously money down. Got to have success, but to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into it.
They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're getting this guy lathered up. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for space. It's Ambrose. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rockets. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And here's the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's it.
Fires into traffic, picked off. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Rockets will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Toledo. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. A little release to the back. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. And the Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They want to run it left here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Coming after it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He makes the catch. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Rockets are on the move. They'll run it. It's off. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Gleason. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, going to the air. Finds his man enough for the first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rockets.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, it's 21-13. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Hits the accelerator, just keeps moving. The 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And that is what is so dangerous about this quarterback. Not only can he hurt you with his arm, but, man, he can hurt you with his legs. And he shows you the speed on that play. Wow.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Trying to get to him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Now on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card. You saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
They're trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
16.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Crosby. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Back to throw, it's Gleason. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And he makes the grab, and he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll run the jet sweep, making the defense go sideline to sideline.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And the Rockets have enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
That's reeled in. It's Stevens. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Toledo.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Finds his tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
He wants to throw. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Got it on the outside. It's Montgomery. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy can catch it or nobody can catch it.
And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, it is still a 12-point game. One more snap coming before halftime. On the run, it's Shaw. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Toledo. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Glass Bowl.
Eastern Michigan will kick it deep to start the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive. Give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Back to pass, it's Gleason. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Using the quick game. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Rockets pick up the first down.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense trying to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
And the Rockets have this offense rolling. Off play action on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rockets. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. Makes a connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his...
He's loose. The 10. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties close. Anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of this.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Back to throw, it's Gleason. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
No, no good. After the missed field goal, it is still a 12-point game.
Well, that last missed field goal is essentially a microcosm of the year it's been for this football team. Things just not going the right way on offense, on defense, and on special teams. Guys, it's just been that kind of year.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the move, it's Shaw. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
The Rockets with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you. So you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Snags a quick pass on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football to try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the 2nd level. Beautiful execution.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Toledo has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. catch in the middle. It's Brown. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
The give to the left. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll try the run. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the forum. They're up by 10 over Florida State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On first down, here comes this offense. Here's the handoff. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Give him 114 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Gleason. He's got his man. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Rockets have it with a 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. At the 40, there he goes. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. The Rockets are flying down the field. Using his legs, it's Ambrose. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Toledo! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Eastern Michigan, 30.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Wilkins. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
They go to the ground. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Zimmerman. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Montgomery. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The completion short of the sticks. It's second down. Power football with the run. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Brown has it. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
At the 20. Second down coming up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He leaves it with the back. Running behind those pads. He gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Eighth play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Right back to him on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
37.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Rockets offense is back on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Looking for a man. It's Gleason. He'll loft one deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, this guy came ready to play today, man. That is an unbelievable diving catch. He has been unstoppable today. Over 100 yards receiving already. Doesn't matter where he lines up. If you're going to make catches like that, you're going to get a lot of throws coming your way. We've still got a lot of football to go, guys.
Working his way and keeping those legs moving, picks up 5 down to the 14.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
We're late in the game now. You've got the lead. You want to run the football. You can generate a few first downs running the ball now. You can take these seconds and bleed them right off the clock to win.
This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. A first down run on the doorstep. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Slams ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Finds his man. It's Montgomery. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. They want to just keep throwing it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He's taking the knee. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.